Hey guys, welcome to Memory Lane. If you're happening on this channel for the first time, this is where I sit and I reminisce about, the good old days, childhood memories, growing up in the 60s back in rural Jamaica, 60s going into the 70s. Yeah, so if you're happening on this channel for the first time, welcome, right? Let's go down memory lane. Now today I want to talk about a fruit that is very common back in Jamaica, something that I enjoyed eating as a kid, and I'm living in North America now. Never in my wildest dream would I believe that I would be eating this from a tin, but this is how it is when you're not in your home country sometimes. All right, so back then, living in my little village back home in Jamaica, man, my community was a very fruitful community. We had so much stuff when it comes to fruit, different kinds of fruit. The things that we could just walk around and pick and eat. Apart from citrus, we had a whole variety of stuff. We had a regular Jamaican apple that was prevalent at certain times of the year. But then we had the, sour sop, sweet sop. We had custard apple. We had star apple. We had nesberry. We had June plum. We had, oh my goodness, man, tangerine, orange, grapefruit. We had, I could go on and on and on about all the things that were, all the fruits that were common in my little village. The place was so fruitful. So, we were poor, and a lot of times we did not have a lot to eat in terms of the, the stuff that you would get in the shops and the supermarkets and all of that. But we could always find something around the house, around the village, to quench our hunger, so to speak. And one of those fruits was the jackfruit. Yeah, the good old jackfruit, man. Most homes in my village would have had a jackfruit tree. My home, we had several jackfruit trees of different varieties. When I say variety, just the way the fleshy part that you eat, the way it looks, the way it tastes, the whole texture of it. So you had some trees. We had some trees that would have some huge fruits in them. These fruits, weighing up to maybe 30 pounds, 35 pounds. But that tree was not, in many cases I can recall, that tree was not the best in terms of quality, in terms of the taste and the texture. And then you would have other trees, the pegs, that's what we call them, the fleshy part that we eat, that you would eat. Is very thick and fleshy, but sometimes it was not sweet. And then you will find the perfect tree, the perfect one, which it's big, it's fleshy, the fruits are big, and it was just a feast to eat on those kind of jackfruit. Yeah, so most homes, like I said, around the community would have had jackfruit trees, and it was something that we ate. It was, a common food that we would have feasted on when we were hungry. When your tummy is growling and you find, when your tummy was growling, man, and you found a nice jackfruit tree, a nice ripe jackfruit, man. Oh my goodness, that's like heaven. But in addition to eating that part of the jackfruit that you normally eat, we also ate the seeds, right? Sometimes we would roast the seed. Well, here's how we did it. We never ate the seed immediately after eating the jackfruit. What my grandparents used to do, or most individuals would do, they would put it out. They would put the seeds out somewhere to dry. They would be dried for a couple of days, and we would pick up some, and when we were hungry, we would throw them in the fireplace, man, in the fire heart, in the fireside. That's what we call it back then, the fireside, because we used wood fire back then, and we would roast some jackfruit seeds and eat it. But there are times when we were hungry and not much to eat, and food in the house. That's what I'm talking about. And we would have some dried jackfruit seeds outside, and we would cook a whole pot of jackfruit seed, man. Now, if you have never had jackfruit seed before, you should try it. It tastes okay. Nothing. I mean, obviously you'd have to develop a taste for that. But overall, from what I can recall, it tasted well. So we boil a whole pot, and of course, the seeds had an outer husk, which you would have to kind of peel off to get to the inner core of it. And we would have a feast of jackfruit seeds, a meal of jackfruit seeds. Yeah, so apart from eating the fleshy part of the fruit that I'm now buying from the tin here in North America, as kids we would have eaten the jackfruit seed, man, and when you're hungry, then whoa, that was a lifesaver. That was delicious. So have you ever had jackfruit seed? Tell me about it. Maybe you're from parts of Asia, because I noticed that a lot of the jackfruit that I get from the tin here are from places like Thailand and that part of the world. Maybe from Sri Lanka, maybe from India, but noticeably mostly from Thailand. But I'm sure jackfruit is common in other parts of the Caribbean, right? So if you have ever had jackfruit, and specifically the seeds, what are your experiences with it? Did you knew that you could actually eat the seed? Did you knew that the seeds were edible? Yeah. So tell me about it if you've had jackfruit seeds and what it was like. All right. Anyway, that's all for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, don't forget to subscribe. So until we talk again, until we come back with something new, this is Memory Lane. Take care of yourself until the next video. All right? Don't forget to subscribe.